Hello everyone, this is Paris. Welcome to BudgetHolics. One thing most millionaires have in common is that they have multiple sources of income. Now this usually is investments such as dividend stocks, royalties and bonds. Investing is a great way to preserve and grow your wealth, but it does little to nothing to build wealth in the first place. That's why I'm releasing this video on the 5 best side hustles to start now. I'm excluding starting your own YouTube channel and other social media accounts, as well as Fiverr and Amazon FBA and Shopify dropshipping, because firstly, I think you've already watched a number of videos for those, and secondly, I don't think it's a reliable way to start earning some income right now. You're getting paid for the value you're providing. So although some of these ideas might be scalable through Fiverr and other means, the theme of this video is going to be providing value to your local community. If you're interested in personal finance, investing and wealth building, please hit the like button, as this helps me immensely with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not already subscribed, also smash the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay posted whenever I upload a new video. In return, here's a picture of my cat sitting while I'm shooting this video. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting off at number 5, we've got local arbitrage. In simple terms, arbitrage is buying something cheaper and then selling it at a higher price. There are two main types of arbitrage. The first one is with respect to time. You buy something now and you sell it at a later date at a higher price. But how can you use time arbitrage to your advantage? Now, if you've got a hobby or a particular expertise, you already know what I'm talking about. A simple example is collectibles, maybe model planes, maybe cards. But this method relies on you knowing that in a certain amount of time, somebody will be willing to pay for it. A simpler way that almost always works is taking advantage of seasonal stores. At the end of each season, for example, Christmas or summer season, seasonal stores are selling stuff at a discount. If you live somewhere near the sea, you might find that seasonal stores are selling beach umbrellas at a discount around September or October. You can go and buy seasonal items at a discount and then sell them at the beginning of the next season at a slightly higher price, which will still be below the retail price. Now, the second type of arbitrage, and the most profitable in my experience, is geographical arbitrage. And this isn't about setting up a Shopify store. Look at what your community needs and see if you can find this product at a cheaper price than what's being sold at stores. For example, back when I was in high school, I was a massive Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. 10 to 15 years ago, not many people were into e-commerce. Other parents at my school weren't willing to give their credit cards to their kids to buy cards for a children's board game online, and many of my classmates didn't even know this was an option. I was ordering cards from the US and the UK and having them delivered to my home address in Greece, and then selling those cards at my school or outside local stores. But I was reprimanded for this by my school, and I was even banned from a local card game store near my house. So I had to travel more and connect with more people to sell more cards. This turned out some profit, but I wasn't into personal finance yet, so I ended up spending most of it. Although more people are using e-commerce nowadays, you can still find deals for local community members, including some small businesses. Maybe you can find a product they're selling at a lower price and agree you'll order this product for them and get a cut from their profits. Number 4 on the list is property management. Find local properties that are for rent and see if they need a property manager. If you're living in a small community, this is easier, but you can even do this in larger towns. You can also talk to friends and family and see whether they're renting a property and they want somebody to take care of services the tenants may need, such as handyman and cleaning. You can market yourself as somebody who can provide value by catering to the needs of either the tenant or the owner. This is particularly feasible if you're living in a heavy Airbnb area. You can take on a number of tasks, from delivering to collecting keys, to arranging for a cleaning crew to go and clean the property after a tenant has left. You can even do the cleaning yourself and pocket the entire money. You can also provide services to properties that are not for sale. For example, you can buy a leaf blower for $33 on Amazon in order to clean pavements and gardens. If you're getting paid $10 per client, after 4 clients, you'll be pocketing the entire amount. And then you can also send the leaf blower if you've gotten bored to doing this. As I mentioned, some of those tasks you can outsource and arrange, for example, for a cleaning company or a single individual to clean the property for you. You can scale this into a business if you've gathered a large number of clients and are able to negotiate better deals with service providers. Side hustle number 3 is teaching private lessons. Now, in contrast to popular belief, you don't need to be an expert to teach something. You just need to be more advanced than the person you're teaching to. For example, you don't need a PhD on English literature to teach English to beginner. There are thousands of books and course guidelines online to help you create a course structure. And you can always cater to the particular needs of the individual you're teaching to. Another thing you can do is you can target local exams. For example, if you know of a school near you that's teaching the same course over and over again, you can adapt your private lessons to the test requirements. You can teach stuff like math, English and other languages, physics, and so on. Another particularly profitable way of making money from teaching is by selling your notes. Notes are in particularly high demand at schools and universities, especially in the days leading up to the finals. Back at uni, I was studying with a friend, and each of us would take care of a specific course, learn it, and then present it and teach it to the other person. One of the courses I was responsible for was finance, and I created some pretty good notes for this course. My friend told me that we could sell those notes in the future, but at the time I didn't think much of it. Turns out that a year later I was able to sell those notes to younger kids taking the same course. But you shouldn't limit yourself to school courses. Maybe there's something else you're good at. Maybe you could teach someone to play guitar or piano, or you could coach them. Coaching is a really big thing in sports, board games, even video games. Back before Twitch was a thing, high-ranking players were charging money to kids at the local internet cafes to teach them how to play a particular video game. You can always scale teaching into a business. For example, you could sell the notes online, either in local groups or if it's a mainstream course to students in other schools and universities. And you could also sell coaching sessions online. Finally, if you're very good at teaching something, you could also create your own course. However, keep in mind that the competition is going to be high. That's why I focused on teaching locally. At number 2, we've got social media management and website creation. If you take a walk around a local commercial road, you'll realize that an alarming number of businesses don't even have a Google page. And even those that do, don't have a website, a Facebook, or an Instagram page. Those businesses are gold mines. Starting off with Google, you can set up a Google business account and register this local business. You can also create a Facebook and Instagram page, and even set up a WhatsApp chat. The big money maker, however, is creating a website. You can create a website at a lower price than what companies are charging, and you don't even need to know how to code. You can take advantage of WordPress, Wix, even Shopify, and learn how to do it for free by just watching videos on YouTube. If they're selling something, you can even set up an online store or a booking site. This isn't just about making some extra money to pay the bills. You can actually scale that into a real business. The first way of doing it is by word of mouth. You provide a good service for a client, and then the business owner refers you to a friend who might have the same needs. After gathering a number of clients, you can create a portfolio, even your own website, and then market your skills through platforms such as Fiverr and Upskill. You can even take advantage of Google Ads and Facebook ads to market your services locally to people you think might need them. At number 1, we've got being a virtual assistant. And this works with social media management as well. Being a virtual assistant is a self-employed job wherein you work for someone remotely handling administrative tasks. And if you also took care of a business's social media and website, you can combine those two into offering more services. Virtual assistant tasks usually include scheduling, responding to emails, and making travel arrangements. However, they often offer more specialized services such as graphic design, blog writing, social media, and marketing. If you created an Instagram page for a client, you can also talk to them about scheduling specific posts. I would recommend 2 weeks worth of posts in advance, having those posts approved, and then either posting them manually on specified dates or using an app to automate the process. Many small businesses and startups don't have the time and sometimes even the know-how to take advantage of these administrative jobs. This is where you come in. There are no hard educational qualifications needed as long as you can prove to your client that you can do the job. Sometimes you might have to offer a trial period for 1 or 2 weeks and see if you and the business owner are a good fit. You can work after your 9-to-5 job and take on as many tasks as you like. The business owner can refer you to other clients through word of mouth as well, but you should always keep in mind that having more than one client is always better. The reason is that you can automate most of those functions and earn more money without necessarily needing to spend much more time on other clients. You can also outsource some of your tasks, such as blog writing. If you can find somebody that will do it at a lower rate, than what you're charging. This was my list of the 5 best side hustles without including Shopify, Amazon, Fiverr, or YouTube. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those side hustles and what you're currently doing to earn some extra cash. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and share it with anyone you think might find it useful. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Until we meet again, don't stop investing. Cheers.